Looky here, looky here. One spot remaining. You guys are speedy, quick. Don't get too comfortable in your draft slot because we will be randomizing that biatch. We have one spot left. Who's going to get it? This is a mock draft. This is a unique mock draft. This is a super flex PPR 22-man league with, I'm going to reduce the bench spots, I think, down to like 3 because it's a mock draft. We don't have to worry too much about it. I may choose to do, looks like we're full and we're ready to roll. I may choose to do a league like this if we all have a lot of fun and we feel like it's a viable type of setup. 22 teams. It has one quarterback, one super flex, one running back, one wide receiver, one flex that can be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end, and then a tight end. I have 5 bench spots on the screen, but I think I'm going to change that to make this draft go quickly. I think I'm going to change that down to just like, we'll just make it like 2 bench spots. Even 1, we'll do 1 bench spot. We're doing a mock. It's not a real draft. Kind of seeing how this will feel. And we're going to kick this draft off right after I randomize. We can't randomize the mock, I don't think. That's fine. We'll just start here. We'll start now. We're doing it. We're doing it live. And we're starting now. Nick is on the clock. Nick, we might make this into not this particular draft into a real league, but we might make, if we feel like this is a viable setup, 22 teams, reduce lineup, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 tight end, and then a super flex. Maybe we do it. Christian McCaffrey going at the 1 pick. Barkley at the 2. What's up, Rob? What's up, Webb? What's going on, everyone? What's up, Therapist? What's up, Dash Lee? What's up, Big Dog? Patty Mahomes and Lamar go 4 and 5. Not a shocker there. Number 5. Is it Clyde? Is it Cook? Is it MT? Is it another quarterback? We will find out. It will be very interesting to see what people do when they no longer have such a deep, running back and wide receiver pool that they have to pull from. Yet 22 teams, maybe that washes that thinking right out. Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. I've never drafted in this format exactly. Hit the thumbs up on the way-in, please. 32 to 50 people constantly in the room. We've got seven of these bad boys. Not acceptable. Wipe your feet when you come in the door or the facility. I don't even ask you to get a COVID test when you enter my facility. All I ask is you wipe your feet and punch the thumbs up. That's all I ask. It makes for engagement, correlations for YouTube. So hit it, punch it. 22 teams. I'm doing a 20 later. Haha. Well, Roger, this might prepare you for your draft, although this is super flex and very strange settings. So as you can see here, it's 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex that is not a quarterback, and then 1 super flex, and then an empty bench spot, which we don't really care about. I thought maybe I timed out. I'm so far away from my pick still. I'm at 14. It went, let's review. McCaffrey, Barkley, Patty, Mahomes, Lamar, not crazy at all thus far in a super flex. Cook, Kamara, Zeke Elliott, Mike Thomas, Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to my boy Spy at 1.11. Why would Clyde Edwards-Helaire fall that far in a Smitty-driven mock draft? I have no clue. That is unusual. Deshaun going to Kirk at 1.12, and now at 1.13, Jacobs goes. Smitty's on the clock. I've got 30 seconds. I better get to it. I don't know who to pick. You sniping fools. Man, I don't know if I go. Feel like I got to go running back here. Not loving the run. I'm gonna go with my boy Eckler. and just see what kind of team I can build around a running back in this situation, this scenario, and how quickly am I? Yeah, I've got a long ways back, but that's okay. It's shorter than this way. This direction is quite long. This direction looks like a normal draft. So 22 teams is unusual. Roger, it is not only a QB mandatory. You have one QB. Look right here, Roger. One QB, one running back, one wide receiver, one tight end, one flex that can be either running back, tight end, or wide receiver. So one regular flex, one super flex. You have to go one QB. You can go two. The smarter approaches are to go two. Marco Silva with the super chat, dropping some love. Keep up the great work, says Marco. Marco, I appreciate everything about you, young man, and you keep bringing it whenever you feel free. I will not be offended. Thank you, Marco. Marco is the man. And in the new studio, I have tasked Tony. I'm also throwing this responsibility on you, Marco. Let me get back to the draft log. Sorry. Once I get the new studio built, to my right, to my a la derecha, I will, that's right, I think, yeah. I will be creating a super chat board. I will be creating a board of appreciation. You don't have to be a super chat leader to get on it. Some people that have been with me from the beginning might make the board. There will be a loyalty board. There will be feelings hurt because there'll be people like Mike. What's up, Mike? Who Mike has become a great part of the community. But if I leave people off the board, don't get upset. There's going to be a limited spots. I'll rotate people on and off. But I'm going to have a super chat and loyalty board where I throw your names on it. I show it oftentimes in the videos, and just a way of putting you on like the Hall of Fame. Maybe we'll call it a Hall of Fame board. Maybe once you go on, you don't come off. Maybe we put Devin on there just because Devin's a legend, even though we ban him about every other week. Devin might have earned it. Devin, I honestly believe Devin's earned a spot on the loyalty board. I do. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of feel like, when he's not here, I don't know what to do. Kind of feel lost when I don't see his capital letter messages. I just don't feel right. I don't feel on point. Look at this draft. So I took Austin Eckler, then it went Drake, then it went Nick Chubb, then it went Russell Wilson, then it went Joe Mixon, then it went Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins falling to 1.20 when you mix in 22 teams. Superflex, Hopkins falls all the way to 20. Then we got two crafty SOBs at the end of this draft by the names of TJ and Fantasy Dinosaur, who say, QBs, there shall be no QBs left in this mock draft. And I've never done one like this before. I just did it. I just created the rules to see if it was viable. And I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think there'll be any. I thought to myself, would there be any QBs left in this draft? And for those that went crazy QB shopping early, like a lot of people have, would they miss out on all the running backs and wide receivers? We'll find out. I don't even know if I'm going to like my team. I might hate my team. I'm not feeling really great about it at this point, to be honest with you, with the quarterbacks that are left on the board. I've never not owned one of the quarterbacks that are available to me. That are gone. I've never owned any of these quarterbacks ever. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But I do have Eckler. I do feel pretty good about little Austin Eckler on my team. That guy people you may have heard about doubting left and right in 2020. Oh, he's not going to hold up. He's not going to get enough carries. Oh, he without Rivers, he won't do well in the PPR game. I love little Austin Eckler. Okay, so I'm on the clock here. I don't think I have to go quarterback here. I have to. I don't think I've ever taken Matt Ryan this early. I don't think I can take Matt Ryan this early. I have to. Oh, man. This does not feel good. I almost want to throw up right now. I've never drafted Matt Ryan in any second round in my life, and I feel like vomiting all over the place. right now. We'll see how I feel later. Maybe I won't be so bad. But miscalculation, much. I would have much rather had a Melvin Gordon, a Lev Bell, a Galladay, and Evans, and had a quarterback like Russell Wilson misfire on my part. This draft sucks. No, Umberger. Eckler's not a bust, bro. Not a bust, but I still appreciate you. I still appreciate you, Umberger. But man, I looking back, never done a draft like this. Looking back, it would have been much better to go Russell Wilson and Evans than to go Eckler. I don't know if it's not that bad. Eckler and Ryan. I don't know. Yeah, Ryan is solid. I know Ryan's solid, but I just this is crazy. This is fun to do. A lot of you guys right here on this stretch, I don't know what the hell you're gonna do, and I don't blame you because I wasn't thinking about it either. If you guys even have a quarterback left to draft, you've got Wentz, Mayfield, Stafford, Garoppolo, Goff, Rivers, Darnold, Cousins, Minshew, Locke. I guess there's enough to get a starter. And I don't know that these guys are just going to gobble those people up when there's amazing players left on the board. So it might work out pretty well. TD passes are normal. This league's normal scoring, PPR. I thought we'd test it out. This is a good super flex exercise. And when I say that, I mean doing something that is unusual, doing something you haven't prepared for, doing a mock draft. I'd like to do these because even when I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, I don't know the context of this. I don't know. I've never played in this before. I've never drafted in this kind of format before. Sometimes I like to just throw something crazy together because it gets your mind thinking differently and it exercises those instincts you may not be using because you're so set on taking this player, that player, that player. Like this, I never take Matt Ryan ever in a draft, let alone the second round. I just almost crap myself when I took Matt Ryan in my pants because I've never done that and I don't feel good about it. But it's good for me to do something and look at something a different way. So this is kind of a fun little exercise. Yeah, this is Sleeper app. It's got its pros and cons. The ESPN app, I think ESPN's better in general, but I've tried to partner and do stuff with these guys, affiliate, but they don't do anything back. Like I've reached out to them like 100 times. I'm like, look, I can bring the Throne League to you guys. I can bring my Gilbert Arenas and NBA team play. They don't want it. They don't even retweet it. I asked them once for a repost on a story, just one repost on a story on Instagram, and we moved the Throne League over. They said no. They said no. So I'm sure the higher ups were like, they would totally do it. They would understand the big picture. But whoever's running it there, I don't understand what he has against me. I asked him for one retweet or one story post, and I'd move the Throne League over. And nothing. Smitty is afraid to make this a league, says Nick. Nick, if I had Christian McCaffrey in the 1.1, I'd be saying the same thing, bro. I am afraid to make this a league. Who wouldn't be afraid? Who would be okay with going Matt Ryan in the second round? Not me. I had to though. Smitty is afraid to take this into a league, says Nick. Yeah, I like ESPN in a lot of ways. Sleeper app is big headed. I don't know why. Honestly, like if I'm running this business, if I'm running a sleeper app, let's say, and somebody came to me and said, hey, I've got 12 of the biggest Instagram pages that want to do the Throne League over here. What can you do to help promote this draft? I'd be like, amazing, get over here, because you're going to be showing people the draft board and exposing everybody to the app. And B, you're using our product to do something fun and amazing and innovative. How can we help? How can we broadcast that? Oh my God, look at this creative idea. The Throne, nothing's more creative on Instagram, period, since the Throne League. I guess the most creative and innovative and fun league on Instagram ever. And why would you not want to be a part of that? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, why would you not want to help promote that? I don't get it. Hey, we're going to draft on your app. I don't know. I think the problem is QB depth is mid-season could be terrible, says Joe. Jay says make this a league. Jay, what'd you have here at the end, right? Drew Brees and Allen. Well, let's see what you have at the end of this, Jay. Maybe you won't want to. Nick, I don't understand what in the hell you're doing, Nick. You just took Christian McCaffrey, Amari Cooper, and DK Metcalf, and you will not have a starting quarterback by the time this gets back to you. That is crazy. Umberger says, what's the Throne League? You know what the Throne League is, Umberger. Do you really not? The Throne League, Umberger, is 11 other experts. I created this, 12 fantasy pages on IG, and those fantasy pages come together, and we bring over, I want to say it's 1 million followers combined, at least 500,000 now. I know that we had a couple of people leave that had, so I don't know what the totals are, but we literally pull our own followers. They draft for us. The Fantasy Football Show members draft for me. I don't draft my team. You guys draft it for me. That is the Throne League. The Throne League is amazing, and it's the most engaging league out there, like in the history. Let's see here. Keep thinking I'm going to be on the clock, but this draft takes forever. I'm glad we went 30-second timer. I am glad we went 30-second. Yeah, Throne League is so amazing. None of the above. Submit. Okay. Who threw their whole team away? Let me read the chat here. Surprise, more QBs haven't went. Got auto-drafted in the first pick. QB run. Imagine not drafting a QB. Throw your whole team away, says Admiral. Admiral's making fun of you, Nick. Get him. I don't know what you're going to do about quarterback, bro. But it's a mock, so it's not a big deal. You will recover, Nick. You will recover. You will recover and have a good life. A good, long life, Nick. Don't you worry about it. Where am I? Who do I have available? Let's see what these quarterbacks have left me. So we have Ingram. We have Connor. We have Singletary. We have Bell. We have Mostert. Wide receiver. We have Odell. We have Woods. Yeah, we're okay here. We'll be okay. Lev Bell is on the clock. So the best team so far, I'd say, Kirk, you got a good team, right? At number 1.12, you got Deshaun Watson. You have Kenny Golladay and Lev Bell. That's pretty solid. Josh Jacobs, Leonard Fournette. Jeffrey, what are you doing? No quarterback? Holy smokes, bro. TY over a quarterback. I don't know about that. I'm on the clock. I could go Odell here. I could go Ingram. I could go Hunt. I'll go Chark. Not awful, like in this context, but I don't love it. Getting this spot would blow goats in a 22-man super flex, one QB, one super flex, one running back, one wide receiver, one tight end, 6 or 5 bench spots, whatever we ended up doing. I would hate to draw the 1.14. I would hate it. Hate it. And I wish I would have waited on quarterback now because I could have got Cam Newton. I would have been fine with Cam Newton. I would have had Eckler. And I could have got like Golladay. So Eckler, Golladay, Cam. I guess my team's pretty good too compared to that. Eckler, Ryan, Chark. Not Bell. Not bad. Not Bell. Not bad, Bell. Gravel says, is Dell washed up. I don't think he's washed, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect, man. Seems disappointing prone, which I think is kind of a new thing, but in my vocabulary, he is disappointing prone. Nick, what about your team? Nick, what about your team? You're not going to have a quarterback, bro. Look at the quarterbacks left. Like, you have a good team, but you know, unless you get one of these quarterbacks, I mean, I guess you could. You could. Probably won't. Umberger, are you in here? What team? What team's Umberger? Unburger. Are you not in here? Yeah, I don't love my team at all. It's okay. This is a weird mock. I wasn't expecting. I was gonna actually warm up something from the freezer, like just a little snack, while I queued this up. I thought for sure it would take a little longer to fill the draft up. I thought the music would play. You guys would be wondering what the hell is going on reading the screen. And I thought I'd have more time to eat food. And you literally filled this draft up so fast, I didn't get a chance to eat. So, Dinosaur, you got Allen, Breeze, Singletary, Waller, pretty good. Dak Rogers, DJ Ingram, not bad. Hopkins, Aaron Jones, Jimmy Rivers, Kyler, Brady, Jonathan Taylor, Cream Hunt. That's probably the best team so far. Admiral, I like that. I like that so far. Jonathan Taylor, Hunt. That's really cool. Cool combo with those quarterbacks, man. Mixon, Sanders, DJ Moore, Ryan Tannehill, Russell Wilson, Tyreek, James Conner, Ben Roethlisberger. Denver's got probably another top 6 team so far. I like Admiral and Denver the best so far. Russell, Tyreek, Connor. I like that. That's so good. I'm up. Hold on. What have I got left in my queue? Mostert. Mostert's there. Sutton, Diggs, Woods, McLaurin's there. Hollywood Brown is there. J.K. Lindsey. I think Mostert's probably the best player available. Running out of time. Now I'm not feeling that bad about my team. This is only a mock, Noah. I'm not feeling so bad about my team. Eckler, Ryan, Chark, Mostert. I'd be okay. I'd be okay. I didn't need to sharp my pants after all. That's not too bad. Okay, next team. Where was I? Nick Chubb, Julio, Odell, Kirk Cousins. I don't like the Kirk Cousins pick at all, but I love the other 3. You probably would be top 10 out of the 22 until Chubb went down, which is not a lock by any means, but Drake, Godwin, Cam, Derek Carr. Don't love the Derek Carr pick. There are players like Mostert, I think, that could have impacted you better than Carr, but I get it. Superflex. Who said that? Gunner. I like my team, but Smitty doesn't like Mixon. I'll get there. Don't worry. Here's my team. Eckler, Ryan, Chark, Mostert. I would say that it's a top 10 team in this so far, if I had to guess. Jacobs, Fournette, Hilton, Diggs. I don't like the Hilton pick. I would have much rather seen you get a QB, and you still passed on one again, bro. Jeffrey, I don't know if you're going to land a quarterback at all. At all. At all. At all. I just don't see it. That could be your mistake here. But good news, Jeffrey. It's a mock draft. You'll be okay. You'll go on to have a nice life. It's okay. Kirk, Watson, Galladay, Bell, J.K. Pretty good team. Clyde, Daniel Jones, Joe Burrow, Hollywood Brown, not bad. Derrick Henry, Carson Wentz, Goff, and Juju, not bad. Notice how I'm not putting up. What in the hell is going on with Blee? Did Blee time out? He's got 4 wide receivers. Adams, Mike Evans, Thielen, and Cortland Sutton. Holy smokes, Blee. I would have bet money that not one person in this league would have drafted. I don't know if you timed out, but not one person in this league would have drafted 4 straight wide receivers in a 2 QB, 22-man super flex that only needed 1 wide receiver. I would never have guessed in a million years, bro, someone would have drafted 4 wide receivers straight. Mike Thomas, Kelsey, Locke, and Bridgewater. That's interesting. Elliott, Stafford, Calvin, Andrews, probably top 6, big dog. Probably top 6, big dog. I like what you did there. It was a great spot. Let's not pat yourself too much on the back, big dog. You got handed a killer spot with a lot of options sitting there waiting for you. But Elliott, Stafford, Ridley, and Andrews is pretty good. Kamara, Kittle, Carson, carry on. I would have liked to see you get McLaurin there or something, man, or somebody. Or you already had Kittle. I don't know. Carry on. You already had 2 running backs, man. It wasn't like you had to reach for carry on. It's all right, though. Still appreciate you, King. Ottoman, who auto-drafted Dalvin Cook, which was fine. A-Rob, Baker, Terry McLaurin. Not bad, Ottoman. I'd say top 12, man. You're in the top half of the league. Sam Darnold. Oh, and look at what Nick does at the end here. Nick does not take a quarterback. I'd assume he would be trading for one, Nick, but you have a great team, but you don't, because you'd probably lose, Nick, because you wouldn't have a quarterback. But that's all right. Looks good on paper. Lamar, Montgomery, Minshew, Woods, Lockett. That's a pretty crafty team. Top 10 for sure. JP has Mahomes, Gordon, AJ Brown, Ertz, Parker. I feel like I've trained JP too well. And I know that, years where I'm off, JP's going to be off, but JP's like the mini me or something when it comes to drafting. Like, that's a Smitty built team if I've ever seen one in my entire life. That's top 3, bro. Patrick Mahomes, Melvin Gordon, AJ Brown, Ertz, Parker. In the weirdest, you get the award, JP. You have a team that looks like a normal 12-team 1 QB league. That's great, man. It's fantastic. Barkley, Gurley, Cup, Keenan, Darnold, not bad. I don't like Darnold, but that's not bad. McCaffrey, Cooper, DK, Ronald Jones, Darrell Henderson. Why'd you go Darrell and not go quarterback? I don't get that at all, Nick. Let's see what Blee does. I think Blee's going to take a wide receiver here. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm kind of feeling like Blee. Oh, it goes Mac. He mixes it up, and he finally gets a non-wide receiver. Akers dropping to Jason. Not bad for that value, and given the state of running backs at this point in this draft. Hit the thumbs up on the way in, please. Let YouTube know that the show is where you go. I could get this out of my face by now, right? I don't know why it took so long to do that. Man, it's a weird league. Or mock. Weird mock. Weird mock. My PSAs for today: don't overlook Tom Brady. Mike Evans might be. I like Godwin a lot, guys. I've liked Godwin all offseason. I've drafted Godwin a ton. I've drafted Godwin way over Mike Evans. I'm flipping, I think. I'm feeling like Mike Evans, 1,000-yard wide receiver, the most consistent 1,000-yard wide receiver in the NFL. Why are we not ranking Mike Evans in the top 18 overall? Why? Answer me that. Why is Mike Evans below Godwin? Why have I done it? Why have we all done it? And why is anybody even considering putting Mike Evans below Godwin at this point when we are seeing in practice Brady and Evans looking like the connection of a lifetime? Is it because things like that happen? Then you get into the regular season and it's different. kind of like preseason. This is like a preseason moment. Don't judge preseason too much, or you could get burned during the year. Is this that preseason like moment, since we don't have one, where Brady's connecting with Evans and we're like, oh, this is it, and then it doesn't happen during the year and we're like preseason? Or is this like a writing on the wall type shit, where Mike Evans and Brady look like a connection beyond connections and no one's making the move or waiting? So to me, did I time out? I timed out, didn't I? Son of a. I timed out. I'm doing it live. And I timed out. Who would I have taken? I would have probably taken, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares at this point? My soapbox. Okay. Why are we not putting Mike Evans in the top 15 to 18 overall? Anybody drafting Mike Evans right now in best ball, take advantage. The pre-rank list will continue to drive down or keep down his ADP, and people are going to continue to draft him right now, where his ADP sits in the top of the third, few picks into the third. Mike Evans has fallen to 3.6 before in drafts I've been involved in. Take advantage in best ball for as long as you can. Take advantage in leagues where people aren't monitoring on the news all that much right now. They're not monitoring things. They don't know what's going on. They don't see those little nuggets here, little nuggets there that influence ADP and drive player value up slowly. Just completely shove them up within about a month's time. We might see Evans in the top 18. Mark my words, Evans won't be a third round pick anymore, ever, when we get close, like right near September 1. If anybody's doing last minute drafts, we will see Mike Evans climb that high. I love Mike Evans. I love pairing him with freaking Brady. I like the idea of having Godwin, Brady, and Evans. I don't care what people say. You saw what I did with my KC Chief team, which, yes, was an experiment and a vow I made to all of you, but I halfway wanted to do it anyway for me, not just to show you how it could work, might not work. It's my job to bring you those experiments and try them. But I wanted to do it for myself. If I didn't even have a show, I would probably still have done it for me, because I want to do it. But I feel the same way about Brady, Godwin, and Evans. I feel like if I could get those three on top of a couple other studs, because you can take Elliott in round 1. You can take Godwin in round 2. Mike Evans is falling to round 3 currently, and that might not last. And then you take in round 4 A.J. Brown or whoever, Hunt. Then you take Brady later. You can do that stack still. You can't do the KC stack. I only was able to continue to pull it off in a league I had already initiated the process in and botched it. If for those that don't know what I'm talking about, view I drafted all KC Chief. Oh, I'm on the clock again. Who am I going to take? Gibson, I guess. I put together an all Kansas City Chief team. It's my most recent video before this one. And I literally drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Mahomes, and Kelsey. I then traded, because I wasn't able to, in an auction, buy Tyreek Hill. I was able to trade Galladay and Juju to get Hill. I way overpaid. I didn't care. I wanted to have Hill to complete it. I got Sammy Watkins. I got every single Chief player, and I dropped everybody that's not a Chief, which means I'm going to start all Chiefs on the bye week. I'm going to start all Chiefs during the whole year. I will never, ever start a non-Chief. And that video is up. Umberger with the super. Mike Evans, damn straight Umberger. Whoops. Thank you for the super chat, Umberger. I appreciate you. You have no idea. Umberger will 100% be on the super chat and loyalty board. You can bet your bottom dollar. Mike Evans is going to blow up. Smitty lets the waivers with the Battle of the. I'll look into that. Sorry. I need to make someone a commissioner of that league. If anybody wants to volunteer to be the commissioner of the showdown, Battle of the Pimps Showdown, the BOTP League. I would love to have someone I trust that's been on the show for a long time to become the commissioner and kind of run that, so I don't ignore it or neglect it or all that. Smitty, Godwin, or Kelsey. I mean, Godwin I probably draft ahead of him, but you wouldn't be off base going Kelsey or Kittle over Godwin. I mean, you wouldn't. They're all really close. You wouldn't be off base taking Mahomes or Lamar over all those guys, and I wouldn't blame you for taking all those guys over Mahomes and Lamar. They really are close. Am I worried about Saquon's schedule? Not really. Saquon is a matchup-proof player. There are very few of them. Kamara's kind of one as well. And Saquon, maybe he runs for 40 yards in games where he's facing tough rushing defenses or tough defenses in general, and he pulls in 90 yards in a reception. I'm telling you, Saquon's going to blow up in the receiving game because Daniel Jones is going to do well. And if it's a tough schedule, that means a lot of passing in the third and fourth quarter. And guess what? There aren't enough weapons on the Giants team from a receiving standpoint. You might say that's a bad thing. I don't think it's that bad. Slayton's good enough. Ingram's good enough. Tate's good enough. Like, they have enough weapons there that it's going to force the overload of goodness and production coming out of Daniel Jones when he takes a step forward to overflow onto Saquon. Saquon will be flooded with PPR opportunity in 2020 because Daniel Jones is going to be like a turned-on faucet, shooting out goodness all over the field. And if there's not enough people to absorb it, Saquon will absorb more. Saquon is going to be a PPR monster. The Christian McCaffrey you're drafting at 1.1, I believe Saquon will be that player in 2020. I'm not saying Christian McCaffrey can't also be his usual self. He could, but the reason I'm drafting Barkley over McCaffrey in 2020 is I feel like the Giants' offense is going to take a huge step forward, and there's one player that's going to absorb all of that, and his name's Barkley. And I think he's going to go crazy. Schedule be damned. I don't care. Defense has changed from year to year. I'm not avoiding Saquon because I think he might not rush as well during some outings. He could get a whole bunch in the PPR game. He is matchup proof. He will be used constantly all over the field. I love Saquon in 2020. No questions about it at all. No worries, no concerns, nothing. Would you rather have Amari or Evans in a redraft? Evans by a mother freaking mile, Mike. You know this, Mike. Where's my take a lap? Mike, I know look at your avatar. Look at you're a tough guy, Mike. You can handle this. Don't, where's my take a lap? This is for your own good. I can't find it. Hold on.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Evans,
Mike. Take a lap.
I appreciate you. Bro, just draft Saquon. Who's Antonio saying that to? Saquon is getting shut down. Look at that schedule. Okay, Roger. Roger.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Thoughts on Rojo this year? I like Rojo this year. You're welcome, Mike. See, I knew Mike. Mike's tough. Look at Mike's avatar. He's tough. You think Mike can't handle taking a lap? Mike will lap you, bro. Mike will eat that take a lap for breakfast. Mike's gonna train. If Counselor ever accepts my boxing, if Counselor ever accepts his own boxing challenge, where he'll fight anybody in the industry, and I've been putting video up. All my people flooded him saying, Smitty wants to box you for charity, fight him. And he's like, no, saying no. If I ever get that accepted, Mike, you're one of my trainers. Saquon sucks against tough schedules. I've got something for you, Nick.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Nick, I still don't know what you're doing at quarterback. Look, you've not drafted a quarterback yet. What's the plan, Nick? What's the plan? I do appreciate you, Nick. Saquon. Draft Saquon, guys. Don't listen to the noise. I don't know if I love my team. It's okay. Ryan, Eckler, Chark, Mostert, Gallup, Gibson. For those just running in, this is a 22-man league. Very, very short on players at this time. Watkins wants to know, Smitty pick 2, Cup, Ridley, DJ Moore. I'm going to take DJ Moore and Ridley. Umberger wants to know, will Jonathan Taylor take over any backfield and by what week? And who would you trade Jonathan Taylor for? That's a tough one. I was initially thinking it'd take him a lot longer to get into the lineup, but he's been running on occasion with the first team. But that doesn't, mean much. Guy could be holding out. It's good though. It means he's going to be absorbing things quicker. So even if it's just because somebody's resting or whatever, we don't know all those details, and people assume that because a report comes out that 8 reps were handed to Taylor as a first, team rep. That doesn't give him a whole bunch of experience. Even a whole week of running first team reps, that's a little bit of learning. That's not a lot of learning, but it's something. But I think that expecting Taylor to be the starter on first and second down by week 2 or even 1 is a bit much. I think week 4, week 5, not out of the question. By week 6, 7 for sure. I think he's right there. Not for sure, but I feel really confident that by week 5, 6, 7, he should be in line for first and second down work. But I think you could be looking at all year him not getting a boatload of PPR work. Pass protecting for Rivers, who's old. They got to keep him upright. I just think there's a good shot that he's a one of the few running backs in the NFL right now who are not PPR guys and good on the ground. Like, look at the first round now. You have Henry, you have very few players that aren't PPR beasts like McCaffrey, Barkley, Elliott, Cook, Clyde, everybody in that top half of the first round. They're all PPR monster running backs. You don't have that split anymore where you have to decide between. I'm on the clock. We're doing it live. Kirk. I guess I never drafted a tight end. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So not a big fan of this format. This would make for, I think, a boring league. I don't think I want to do this Superflex 22-man league. But I did like that we all jumped into this league. I think I thought about doing a 22, or I thought about doing like a 16-team league, something like that. Is Saquon worth a first-round pick? If so, when? Nick, we all know you don't like Saquon. But Nick, just so people know, Nick bet me that he wear a dress and hold up a sign that says, I was wrong. I don't know what we said you would say, Nick, but he said that even if healthy, Barkley will be outside the top 10. He also bet me that he'd wear a dress and hold up a sign. Separate bet, completely separate. Like he'll wear a dress twice. Hold up a dress or wear a dress, hold up a sign that says, I was wrong, Smitty was right. Or The Fantasy Football Show is what he was going to do. TheFantasyFootballShow.com. If Geis was not a top 10 running back in 2020, he said he'd hold up a sign that said TheFantasyFootballShow.com on a street corner in a dress if Geis was not a top 10 running back in 2020. That's already done. We already won that bet. Geis is out. Geis is gone. So Nick, dress up, buckle up, get out there on that street corner and get me my promotion, bro, because I could use that right now on my social media to help promote the show. So I would appreciate it if you get on that sooner than later. And we'll worry about you doing the second dress up once Barkley drops a huge season. And Andy said that he has to be healthy for me to lose that bet. So Nick, there you go. All right. Anything you guys got for me before we end today's show? I appreciate you all mock drafting with me. I'm building the studio currently over here to my right, and that studio should be completed and ready to rumble. I'm hoping near the beginning of the football season. I thought it was going to be the end of the year by the time I got it going and fully wired for electrical AC, but we're like close. I don't think it'll be ready for week 1. I'm kind of optimistic it could be, but I'm just going to go ahead and back off that and just kind of anticipate that it's going to be like week 2 or week 3. But once I'm in there, the content quality is going to go through the roof. So get ready. JP says no Ingram, Hunt, Dobbins, or for Christian McCaffrey. I don't know what that means. Ingram, Hunt, Dobbins for McCaffrey. Of course, I'd take McCaffrey. Noah says that was a short show. It's 50 minutes. I mean, I'm still here. You got a question. I've got an answer. Toss it on the screen. I'll toss it on the screen for you. That show was as small as Admiral. No, Nick. Come on, Nick. I almost read that, Nick. This is a family show. Kind of. Not really. Dobbins worth a draft on 6th, 7th this year. You're talking about 6th, 7th round in redraft? Yeah, for sure. I value Hunt not even close to you, Noah says. Talking to me, Noah. Smitty, you see CMC got a new home? Are you talking about in a league? Did you trade for him? In our league? We're not making this a league, Dinosaur. No way, man. Hunt is going to blow up this year. Would you trade Hopkins for, let me put this on the screen. Umberger wants to know, would you trade Hopkins for Lamar and Boyd? This is funny because I think you might be talking about our league because I own Lamar and Boyd and you own Hopkins in that league, I think, right? I think that's a tough one because Lamar and Hopkins I value about the same. You're getting Boyd. If you offered that to me in our draft, I'd consider it because I have the quarterback that I like behind Lamar that I could see myself potentially being intrigued by that. Value wise, it's really close, man. I mean, Lamar and Hopkins are about equal. You could lean Hopkins most times in a draft, but at the same time, Boyd, how good could Boyd be? If Boyd's even close to a high-end wide receiver 2, you crush that deal. Because Hopkins, maybe Hopkins struggles. But that's an entertaining offer. What do you guys think of that? If Umberger offered me that in a league that we're in, he offered me Hopkins, and I have Aaron Rodgers on my team, I believe, in that league, and he gets Lamar and Boyd, that'd be a pretty even trade, I think, players for player. I think you could be making out on that, though, if Boyd ends up being good at all. So I don't know. That'd be a tough one. Noah says Hopkins and Lamar ain't close. What direction? That's the funny part, Noah, because I don't even know where you stand on Lamar, to be honest. I don't really know. But I love when I read something like that, and I have no idea what direction the person is saying that in, because how can you like one that much more than the other? Like Lamar and Hopkins are going around the same ADP range, even if Lamar's going a little bit later. So I don't really know what direction you're saying that in. Mike says he'd do it if he was me because I have another quarterback. I know a lot of people don't like A-Rod, though. I think A-Rod's my quarterback. I think A-Rod would be my other quarterback. I'm not positive. I feel like he would be. I could look it up. But it's an interesting offer. Ooh, my package is here. Hold on. Stay right there. Stay right there. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me clear? Oh, babies. All right. I think you guys can still hear me. One is not mine. The other is mine. So I broke my phone case. Or I shouldn't say I broke it. My phone case started to like just warp or whatever. And it started pressing all my buttons. And so I ordered this. The hell looks like a white powder. That's not good. All right, here we go. Let's try it out. Doing it live. Doing it live. Smitty's hungry. I feel like a sub. I feel like a sub from above. Hardman, pork. That's nice. Unboxing. I like the texture on it. I've almost dropped my phone like 55 times. I don't know if you guys have ever been without. Let me get rid of this. Been without your case, but it slides around all over. Slides off I put it on my chest and I'm sitting laying down or something. It slides off, goes down the side of the bed. I'm in the car, slides out of my pocket, goes between the seat. Like you literally can't have an iPhone without a case. Feels so good. I thought I'd like it without the case. I was like, you know what? I'll take the case off, make it thinner. But man, so much better. I feel like it won't slide around anymore. Like it. I like it. Smitty approved. Smitty approved. Arizona heat is really bad. Thoughts on I won't draft any rookies. I don't know what I'm getting. Fernando wants to know if you had to pick two of these running backs, Connor, David Johnson, Carson, Gurley, Fournette. I'd probably pick Connor and probably Fournette, man. But I mean, that's a grip of running backs I don't draft usually. Smitty, I'll give you a receiver. For who? For who, Noah? Watkins says, Smitty, pick two. Kyler Murray, pick two. Chark, Kyler, Keenum, or Kareem Hunt, Jonathan Taylor. If it's redraft, I'm going to go Chark and Hunt or Chark and Taylor. If it's dynasty, Taylor and Chark. Because I think you can get Kyler back easier than you can get Chark. Riff with the super riff. Thank you. Real draft in 1 hour. I picked 7th. I'm looking super hard at Clyde Edwards-Helaire, as you should be, Riff. Or do you go Thomas? What do I do? Somebody channel your powers. I need you. Powers channeled. And the answer is easy. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at 7. If he even falls, I doubt he's even there at number 7 for you. How about that? Riff, good luck to you. I hope you kill it. If you got another question, toss it in and I'll throw it on screen and answer. But I go Clyde, man. I go Clyde. You bet, Fernando. Thank you. For Mostert, okay, what receiver? Drop it in here. We'll see what people think. What receiver are you giving me for Mostert, bro? This should be good. You're going to offer me some bum? 10-teamer? Then definitely go Clyde. Because those wide receivers are going to fall, man. Smitty, pick a duo, Carson Lindsey or Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift by a mile. AJ says he agrees, running back. Yep, AJ. Yes, sure. I can't wait for my studio. I can't freaking wait. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be amazing. I've got a pull-up bar. I got a pull-up bar that I'm going to put in the ceiling. And every time I get a super chat, you guys, what do you think would be a good number? Every time I got a super chat, would it be good to equate it to a dollar amount that I do a certain amount of pull-ups? But I'm going to make it so the super chats keep me in shape. Should it be one? I don't think it could be one per dollar. Yeah, it could. So an Umberger, oh man, if Umberger dropped a hundo, Umberger, the day you come in to drop a hundo with that bar, I gotta do 100 pull-ups during a show. Oh, that'd be great. 100 pull-ups would be hard. I'd be dead. It sounds easier than it is. Like, I could pop off 13, 14 right now ish, and 30 per super. I think Dino, that's a pretty good idea, but I think if I do it per dollar, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think that puts me in a bind on days where I'm getting hammered with super chats. I don't know if I'll be able to I'll attempt it. I might like fall down. But I could do 13-ish, 10 to 13. I might even, because I've been lifting today, I might even stop at 10, but I got a bar right here. If I did 10, 12 or whatever, then I rested for 30 seconds and I tried another 10. I could probably do it. Then a number 8, and then I do 8, and then I probably start going down like 4, 3, 2, 30 per dollar, JP. Read my comments, says Noah. Problem is that I don't value Mostert. Then why are you coming after Mostert, Noah? Thielen, Moore, Edelman, Hardman available wouldn't work as a 1-for-1, probably though. Well, I good news is for you, I wouldn't trade you Mostert for any. Maybe Thielen, or DJ Moore I probably would. Thielen maybe not. Maybe not for Thielen. I don't know if I'm feeling Thielen, bro. But DJ Moore, that'd be an even swap. And Mostert's going to climb ADP anyway. But I love Mostert. So if you don't like him, I don't know why you're coming after him, Noah. But I would probably I'd probably consider a DJ Moore swap. But you know what? I wouldn't say 100%. I like Mostert that much. I think Mostert's going to have that big of a year. I have this, Mike. Let me see if I can move this. But I'm going to put a separate one in my studio. But I have this bad boy right here. Let me take these off. And I got these for my hands. Because believe it or not, that shit does not feel good after a while. Not straight up. Well, that's about where I value Mostert, bro. So you're not gonna get a whole bunch more. I mean, look at my team. Tell me what you're thinking. But Mostert and DJ Moore to me are pretty close. Pretty close. So for those that don't know, I'm trying to do a muscle up where you go like this on the bar, and you got to be able to do about 15 of those normal pull-ups before you can start preparing and training for the muscle up, because it takes a certain amount of strength to even get to that point. So to do them, we got to be able to do at least so I can't even get to 15. Problem is I've been doing them a while. I got to do these, man. I had calluses on my fingers after a week. It took like a month and a half to get off. Gronk and Hardman. What about him? Gronk and Hardman what? For Mostert? Hell no, bro. Jared says, how high am I on Cam Akers? Not very high at all. I think I hear he's running with the first team, which is a good sign for him, but don't trust the Rams whatsoever. Tony says, Smitty, I got a bet with a friend that Eckler will outscore David Johnson in PPR. I like that, Tony. A.J. Brown and Swift for Clyde? No. It's a big negative. Big no. Did Mike Wright reach out? No. Like, I've had Mike Wright on my show, and I've communicated with Mike Wright before. Like, I've talked to him several times, and he won't respond. I've challenged him on Twitter and on IG and sent him a DM. So let's play live NBA Jam. No response. Part of me thinks I'm going to start the game at a certain time, and just if he doesn't show up, just destroy him. Am I going to watch the Lakers-Blazers game? Absolutely. Try my best. Absolutely. I want to bad. What time does it start? You'd rather have Hunt and Chark than A.J. Brown and Swift, says Noah. Did you ask me that already, Noah? What are you saying? You asked me about Clyde. Hunt and Chark over A.J. Brown and Swift. That's a close one, Noah. That one's close. That one's more close than any of the ones you've said. If that's what you're offering, I don't know. 5:30 Pacific time. Atta baby, thank you for answering that. That's awesome. I can't wait to watch that game. Nick says I'm ignoring him. I'm not ignoring you, Nick. There's a lot of questions here. Nick wants to know, here's your question. Barkley, Lamar, and CMC. You have a team with that? I thought you hate Barkley, bro. How'd you get Barkley on your team? I think that team is lit, and I would try that team 10 times out of 10 times. If I had 10 drafts and I could pull that off and have very little depth, I would do that all day long. You traded Hunt and Chark for Clyde with JP, and then you say hell no to A.J. Brown and Swift for Clyde. Traded Hunt and Chark for Clyde. Okay, so what are you talking about? I had Hunt and Chark for Clyde, and now you're asking for Clyde, and you're giving me A.J. Brown and Swift. I like Clyde. I feel like I made out on that trade for Clyde. So what are you talking about? That logic doesn't make sense to me. I made the trade. I obviously like Clyde more than I like Chark and Hunt, or I wouldn't have done that. So why are you equating Hunt and Chark, what I got, what I gave up to get Clyde? Why are you equating that to your offer, acting like I should like that because I gave those two up for Clyde? Why on earth would I like Clyde equal to the two you're offering me? I would give you Swift and A.J. Brown for Clyde and try and do that same deal to you. So what are you even saying? I said the two are pretty close, but I still would try and give them up. Clyde's better than both of those equations. You're saying, I know what you're saying. You're saying you like Hunt and Chark more than A.J. Brown and Swift. I didn't say that. I said I thought it was really close. I even told everybody saw me say that when I read your question. My point is Clyde's better than both duos, and I would trade either duo for Clyde in a heartbeat. So why would I trade you Clyde for either of those duos? But I still appreciate you, bro. Keep bringing the offers. Bring me something, Noah. Are you winning by decision or KO with the counselor? I'm knocked the counselor out, bro. I'd take this gun, shove it right through his mask that he'll be wearing. Noah, I do like your duo near even to the duo I gave up for Clyde, though. I will say that, Noah. It would be a pretty good offer if you were offering the 2 for 2. Jonnu Smith, does he have top 5 potential? I like him, but I don't know that I would say. I don't know if I'd say top 5, man. Not potential. Top 6 to 10, top 7 to 10 potential, yeah. But I've got Waller as my surprise 3 this year. Andrews is the 4. I know that's not going to be, accepted by many. I've got Ertz at 5. And then I guess he's in that conversation of the 6 to 10 that are next. So I guess you could say 6 to 10. So we're not that far off on Jonnu. I just don't know if I got him in the top 5. Nick says, I still think Geis is better than Barkley. Nick, this is a point where I feel like I failed because, Nick, you've been a student of mine for over 2 years now. At what point do I blame myself and just take the accountability here and just be like, look, as much as I want to blame Nick for that comment, Nick's under my care. And Nick really, truly means this. I'm very, very confident that Nick means this. And I just feel like I have to admit to myself that I failed. I failed Nick. I failed Nick. Nick has not failed us. Nick has not failed me. It is not right to make fun of Nick in this scenario. We need to be there for Nick. We need to help Nick. We don't need to make Nick feel bad.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
We don't want to rub salt in the wound.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Geis isn't here to defend himself.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
I failed
take
you,
a lap.
Nick, but I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better, Nick. I'm going to get you back to where things like this make sense to you. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. Whoops, I didn't put that twice. Smitty contemplating life right now when Nick is clearly joking. Noah, the sad part is Nick is not joking because Nick made a bunch of bets with me on Geis, bro. He believes in Geis. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Nick's not trying to be funny here. Nick's serious. Nick really does believe Bark. He's made me a bet. He'll wear a dress. What other person is going to make you a bet where they wear a dress and hold up a sign promoting your brand if you're wrong? What person is going to say that a healthy Barkley is going to be outside the top 10? Nick. Nick is serious. Nick is not joking. I love kidding with Smitty. You're not kidding, though, Nick. You're not kidding. You made me a bet that Barkley would be outside the top 10 running backs, even if healthy. You're not kidding, Nick. And you're wearing a dress. You're doing it live, and I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it because Geis is not a top 10 running back, and you already lost the bet. Nick has just said he's joking before my comment. I don't think he is, though. Noah, that's the point. All right, I'm out of here. Nick, I still appreciate you. Nick, you're still my son. Nick is still my son. Geist is accused of a lot. He will probably never play again. Smitty, do you like Higbee this year? I like Higbee. I don't like the Rams coaching staff, and I don't trust them. Nick, you must have given me a thumbs down, Nick. Don't appreciate it. Eckler or Drake this season? Paul, that's a coin toss. That's a coin toss, bro. I'd probably say Eckler safer. Geist does not deserve to play. He does not. I appreciate you, Mike. Nick, I appreciate you. Nick, pound. Pound, Nick. Turn that thumb upside down, Nick. I know, I'm kidding, Nick. I'm kidding, Nick. Nicholas, you're my boy. Nick knows this. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate all of you. I will be doing mock drafts more and more, so probably check with me tomorrow. I bet you we might be doing a mock tomorrow as well. Later. Appreciate all of you.